Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. This is going to be a quick little video to show you guys, uh, to explain how I did this. Now, um, a lot of you have written me about these. I have quite a few videos on me making these. I think even in a couple live shows I mentioned these. So what this is a folder, plastic folder from when you get for school. You know what I mean? When you use your notebooks, you get those plastic dividers and whatnot. That's what this is. It's the piece that has like a pocket on it. I took the pocket off, and this is the back piece of it, and you get a full piece. And I cut out some stencils. This image, however, is from a magazine, and it's you can use any type. You can use one that's standing, which I can't find that of mine. I have one of that too, one of them standing. Where the heck is it? Oh, it drives me crazy. All right. Well, I don't have it here, so I'll have to find it. I must have it over in the other section. Okay, so you can have people who are standing, you know, whether it's for makeup, food, I have tons of different kind of magazines. This one was just sitting there. And if you can envision, this is one that I cut her off here. I didn't continue. Maybe she had a dress on or she was dressed. And I cut the whole thing out after I traced it to, what I wanted it to be. Like you would see, like she would have marks here because that's where her hands and her body. I wanted it to be all one stencil. So I cut out the piece on the magazine that I wanted to use, and you can use anything. I mean, I'm talking flowers or whatever, but these are what I do. So I picked her, I cut her out, and then I laid her down on my full sheet of plastic. When I do this, I try to, like you can see over here, this is crooked because I cut it in sections, so I have more to make stencils out of. So then I just take the piece that I cut out that I want to make a stencil of. It's much easier, like I said, to have all this. And then I just traced it with my Sharpie or whatever you have, whatever's around you, pen, whatever. And you'll trace that onto your full sheet of your plastic. Then I went in with my knife, my X-Acto knife. I like this kind. This is from Fiskars. I've had this forever. And what I like about it is it for my hands when I'm having bad flare-ups and whatnot and I can't hold anything, it's nice and thick. I don't see my other one here. The regular knives we have that are metal, those X-Acto knives, which I have many of those and I love. But when I'm doing something like this, I need something that I can hold on to. Now, keep in mind that they also have X-Acto knives where you can get, I really got to get mine out because I know I have them. I just don't have them here. Really, because I use this. But they have the X-Acto knives that have the little teeny tip on it that rotates, which is great for when you're going around. And I'll make sure I grab them. Is this it? Let's see. Yep, this is it. This is an X-Acto knife. And as you can see, let's see how good you can see it. You see that little teeny knife? And it like moves around. So when you're doing it, it swivels so you have much more control. So look at, if you want to do anything like this, this is a really good tool for it. As well as if you have problems with your hands, the Fiskars. Now, again, like I said, this is just a portrait silhouette. You can do a dog, a flower, whatever you want, whatever you find. I look through magazines and find some really cool looking things. Organic shapes or things that you wouldn't normally think like, oh, I can make a great stencil. And this is easy because you can see how easy it is to cut. You don't have much going on. Do you know what I mean? So let me just show you what it does. So, and you can see, I love this. I have a couple of them that I've made. So I'm going to use it on here. Let me find a paper that I already have stuff on. So waste. Okay. So I'm going to lay my stencil here. One of the things I love to do with these is I love to do a background. Okay, so let's say we're doing, let me just throw some paint on here. Or maybe I have I have this background where I took extra paint. All right, so that's what we're going to have. Let's pretend like we painted this background, right? Now I'm going to lay this on here. Now, maybe you want to stick with the theme of your purples and yellows and you want that to be a dark purple. Maybe you want it to be black. Maybe you want it to be red. I don't know what you want, but maybe you can do whatever you want. So I'm just going to put a ploop in there just to show you what this does. And grab my brush. Any type of paint. And also, you know, something else. Right, let me just try to get this in here before I start talking. My brush is wet. What's new? My brush is always wet. It's called planning when you're doing a video. Planning. Well, I didn't plan on doing this. That's why I didn't plan. But I don't plan anyway. Now, when you're using a stencil, let me give you a suggestion. Because I always screw this up. If you find yourself doing stencils and it's a lot of running underneath, it might just be the paint. The paint might be a very fluid paint. Or you do what I do, which is I'm going like this, right? Towards the end to get those ends. Well, when you go like this, if you're not holding it down completely, you're going to go underneath there. But if you go from the out part like here, the outside, and go in, you're not going to get that underneath. So that's what I suggest to you. And I'm just going in so it doesn't go underneath. Okay, so you can see we got our purple there. And obviously when I put my brush is wet, the water soaked under, you don't want a wet brush. Don't wet your brush before you do it. And if you do, dry it. It's just like when you're stenciling on. You want it to be as crisp and all. But you can see the what I'm talking about. Do you know what I mean? So you get that silhouette. And then you can go on. You can layer on top or whatever you want. Now, if you want to, apparently I had a good day with purple that day. If you want to do it the other way, I do this several ways. You can just take your paint. I'm going to do a different color though, darker. Let me grab a darker color. All right, I'll do this red. Take a little bit of whatever paint color you want to use. I like doing, not that friggin' much, Cal. My goodness. You know when your hands are like hurting and you're doing too much, like not doing too much, but you push a little harder. Think overcompensating? Yeah, that's what that was. All right, so I have it. And I'm going to just paint it around. Well, if I was on camera, you'd see me painting it around, though, wouldn't you? And you can add a spritz of water, and I'll show you in a second. So I'm just painting around this. I'm sure you know what I'm going to do next. You don't want too much paint, but you want enough. I might not even put paint on there, water on there. Let's see how this works. And then, now look at that. You can't see, can you? Look at that. How fancy. Just for me doing that. Then I'm going to lay it down like this. Take your roly-poly, what's it called? Brayer. You can use your brayer if you want, or paper towel, or whatever you want. It's yours, and you're fancy. So you can do something like this, right? And just rub around it till the paint transfers and lift it up. And you get, of course you'll put more paint on than me, but you get that outline. But what's cool is, if you go like this, right? And you have your outline because you really did a good job of putting the paint on, not like me. And then just give it a squirt. Then you'll see this will be outlined much better than mine is. And then you have, look at the cool inside. And you can go on. So you don't have to always draw a face or draw something on. These are very, very fun to do and very simple. Any shape will work. So when you go to the dollar store or the thrift store and you see these plastic folders there for your school or notebook or whatever, grab them because you can make such great stencils. You don't have to spend a fortune. Let's do it this way. You don't have to spend a fortune. Yeah, that paint's already basically dry on doing that. And you get different, a few extra because it's plastic. It's not going to dry right away. So you get, now I got that background. Let that dry and then I can go in from there. They are fun. Like I said, I have many videos doing them. I'll have to look and maybe put one up in the thing for you guys. But that's it. But if you guys want me to do a video on how I did it exactly by, I hate boring you guys with stuff that maybe you don't want to see, but if you want to see it, well, that's my recipe that you don't need to say. But if you guys want me to show you how I did it, I gladly will. But you can see like right here, like how cool the hair looks. And you can flip it either way and you get that really cool look. And you can use whatever sprays you have. If you make your own sprays or whatever. It's a great thing to do. So that's a little quick thing that I wanted to show you guys and to give you a idea on how to make your own stencils at home with stuff you can find at the dollar store, or you can get, a pack of 10 and you can get probably 20 stencils out of it for $4. So Very exciting. So let me know down below what you guys think of this. And if you guys try this, please tag me, whether you do a video or show me a picture of it used or whatever. Any questions, as always, just ask. And I hope you all have a great day. And I will talk to you guys later. Be kind to each other because you never know about somebody else is fighting. Bye, guys.